everything is set up properly, and sometimes it's not. But we're back. We're playing Star Trek Armada 2, and do not adjust your TV sets. This is something I had to do. My desktop is normally not this messed up. And maybe if you are astute and heard my stream, no, that's my own fault. You see that my desktop is actually a lower resolution at the moment, and that's because I did some of the prep work for streaming Star Trek Armada beforehand. Instead of like Star Trek Armada 1, Star Trek Armada 2, I did set up and at least test out with OBS a little bit. So it should work at least a little better. I say a little better, and clearly it's already not ideal. But Star Trek Armada 2 has what I thought was a beautiful intro when I first saw it. As a wee, I don't know, 12-year-old something? 14-year-old? I can't even count anymore. The audio balancing is not great. We'll see a lot of that in the game.
The Federation stands on the precipice of another major conflict that threatens the fragile peace we have worked so hard to achieve. It's been 6 months since we successfully dealt with the threat of the Omega particle. Tensions between the Cardassians and the Klingon Empire are on the rise, and we've just received word of a renewed Borg threat.
Intelligence provided by the Romulans suggests the Borg have developed a terrible new weapon capable of assimilating an entire planet and its population. This weapon was used on a planet in the regular Badlands, located on the very edge of the neutral zone. If the Borg succeed in gaining a foothold here, they could strike any target within the Alpha Quadrant with little or no warning.
Lieutenant, I think we are fully aware of the implications here. The Borg must be stopped at all costs.
Now that is the intro to Star Trek Armada 2. And aside from my jankiness with the small letterbox and stuff, it is all for a good cause, because the actual game will look full screen. Now, we're starting off with the Federation, first mission, and I think there are 8 in each of these scenarios. There's a tutorial mode, which I know how to play Star Trek Armada. I don't need to do this. It introduces you to cool things like the new Cardassians and Species 8472. A rather unique race that it doesn't kind of play similar to most others, but is unique in its own way. But it gives you tutorials in all 3 races that you don't play in the regular campaigns, and then also some of the basic stuff. But we're going straight into the Federation. Might as well get into this. If you can hear the fan in the background, it's because it's hella hot in here, and I apologize. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its continuing mission to explore stranger worlds, seek out new life, new civilizations. Blah, 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 blah. Little cinematic there at the beginning. Nothing too special. Here, it's going to be a little janky. My mouse, if I scroll to the side, for one, goes off the screen, so I can click on my stream or OBS here and tab out accidentally. but I can also use the keyboard, to move the thing around here. We're gonna get a little...
Requesting additional personnel.
That's a little loud. Can I... Will that actually change stuff? I could have swore I had sound settings changed. No, it's...
Make it so.
Okay, hopefully those all actually stick. That's better. Okay.
Crews report to station.
I guess we need to remember to change game settings. The resolution is as good as we can get. It does not scale, oddly enough, like Armada 1 did.
Set a new course.
Station construction commenced.
But already, the game feels much better than it was before, and we
star charts.
are gonna get our
Make it
stuff
so.
started. So the board are gonna appear here pretty soon, and they're gonna be a little loud
Station construction commenced.
because again,
Mr. LaForge, reroute
not-
all auxiliary power to the engines.
it's not the greatest of sound balancing for Star Trek Armada 2.
We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships. We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
As you can see, we got little like in-game cinematics that'll play now,
complete.
which is a little nice.
So,
The layout is a bit different from Armada 1, but I think most importantly,
Starship construction.
the handling of the game is it's much better. I think the frame rate can handle itself a bit better.
Station complete.
make it so.
Starship complete.
And we got some other cool new things, like we're able to select more than 8 guys. You can have a total here in this 8 row, but in a second row will show up, and we can have up to 16 ships in a fleet, which is nice. But they've also balanced the game around that, so now ships are kind of like half as strong as they used to,
Entered a dangerous
and
nebula.
this still happens, which is the pain in the ass. I know the map, I don't know why I'm scouting with the Venture.
Starship complete.
You got it.
But to introduce you to another mechanic that is newly introduced, our economy is now split into lithium, metal, and latinum, as well as crew and officers. Officers, obviously, we didn't deal with much in Armada 1. We won't deal with too much here. It's pretty much as good as it needs to be, but metal
A prudent course of
is
action.
pretty important for us building
Station
ships.
construction commencing.
So the
Enemy
lithium can build us
engaged.
normal things, but so we got the Venture class, which only takes to lithium, 10 crew, 2 officers. The Defiant only takes so much to lithium, but you start seeing the colony ship takes 5M, 50 metal, and 100 crew, as is the Akira takes 100 metal. So metal's like a secondary resource that we're gonna need for
Begin a census
pretty much
scan.
most ships. I don't know why.
Just tell me where to go.
They all need metal and the lithium. Essentially, we're just able to add planets and stuff that are actually bodies that you cannot now like fly through. These, like if I try and get my ship through it, they won't be able to like fly through it, even if they try and go over it, because there's a cool new
Section standby.
system where you can actually send ships to go higher in the 3D plane, which doesn't really affect things too much, at least.
Prepare the docking bays. That is a logical request.
It'll follow the similar tech trees so we can get our Akira classes and then our colony ship,
We have
because
completed a mission objective.
wonderful. Because some of our objectives are to build a research facility. To build Akira classes, we need to colonize Regula 2, which needs a colony ship, and build an orbital crossing to provide metal. And then we gotta defeat all the Borg, who have 3 bases, I believe. They have one on the bottom right, top left, and
Insufficient
top right.
metal.
Ah, right, I need to mine more metal first.
Confirmed, Starfleet.
Luckily, there's another big planet here. This is Regula 2. We can't select it yet until it comes out of the fog of war. But we need to colonize it. How much metal do we need for this? 1,000 metal. It only needs metal. And if you're wondering what latinum is used for, it's actually used for research, as among a few other things. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a good bit of research. Or if we want to get research, we're gonna have to do some latinum mining, which come in these cool, fancy-dancy, Super Saiyan looking clouds. Now we don't have access to any technology to upgrade. Even after we build the research facility, we won't be able to research anything on the first mission of the game. But we're essentially just gonna build a big boy fleet of Akiras. Probably gonna build a few, actually.
Prepare the docking bays.
Does this take metal? It does, 500. I'm gonna wait till at the research facility to do it. But yeah, long story short, there's a few new mechanics, but for the most part, it's fairly simple, right? We're not just floating around the lithium moons and stuff, which deplete fairly quickly. I think it's more because the lithium freighters now can hold 150
Awaiting new
the lithium inside of them. And in these new mining facilities here, we zoom in, which is really cool. I can use the mouse wheel to zoom in way better. But these mine directly from the planet, which has its own metal sort of resource. And even when they run out, they will still provide a reduced amount of metal out of them. And you can see different types have different amounts of metal. So this one has 6,000, and the Class D has over 24,000. So some are clearly better than others. Moons still come in the same two divisions as they did in the first Armada. They come in standard dilithium and then the infinite dilithiums. You can see the starbase is much stronger. It can one-shot most frigates, which is real cool, real useful, but also very dangerous because it's also true for our ships. They will get one shot if we are not careful. Not the battleships, it takes a few shots, but yeah, it's much more difficult to fight starbases. And I'm just for scouting measures, I'm gonna build some guys there.
Station construction commencing.
You only take the lithium. Let's finally send you out to scout, and we're probably gonna lose this guy to
Complete.
him flying through a nebula or something.
Starship complete.
But ooh, I forgot about this. Yeah, they've got AI menus, so their AI can do some cool things depending on what type of ship they are. We'll get more into that when we get ships that get abilities like the Enterprise, which has this high special weapons autonomy, so they will automatically use.
Enemy.
He should automatically use his Corbomite reflector if he is attacked.
Armed and ready.
And I don't know if they actually use the separate thing here, but the Akira, once we are actually allowed to upgrade it and get the chain reaction pulsar, we will set him to
Understood.
high special weapon autonomy. See, he has the ability, or he should have it, if it was unlocked for us in this first mission. But he can still set high special weapon autonomy, even though ships like
Section standby.
yeah, the Galaxy class, which we can now build in the game once we have the advanced shipyard. We don't actually have any real abilities. This is more of a utility thing that they obviously don't want them to move. They don't have the ability autonomy buttons at all. And these Borg ship are just like beelining themselves for our starbase to just destroy
Enemy
themselves.
engaged.
So they kind of make you think that yeah, you got to kind of hurry up and get this done because you're just going to keep the attack.
Objective.
Wonderful. We built the facility. Let's get one of these bad boys and then just
Commencing.
we're building these as fast as we can. As you can see, we have no technology we can
All
research.
work crews report to station.
Pretty disappointing, but we're going to build ourselves a second construction didgeridoo.
Construction commencing.
Yeah, Borg keeps sending ships. They've got 3 shipyards in each, one in each corner with their. Ooh, we can actually see it through the fog of war. I don't know why it's bugged out here. We're playing with like a 1.1 patch, which is the only one I could get to work
Starship complete.
with.
Following orders.
Yeah, the only one I could get to work without having the actual CD,
Station is under attack.
which for some reason wouldn't work because I do have the ISO and I have mounted it, but it still doesn't work.
Colonization has begun.
So there's an executable that can allow it to
Enemy
play
engaged.
without the disc. That's what we're using now.
Starship complete.
All
I'm gonna
sections
set you
report.
guys back here.
Engage.
All sections standby. Armed and ready.
Starship complete.
And we are now colonizing the planet with our new colony ship. So if you just right click it, it automatically colonizes. It's a weird button for colonizing, but it shows you the progress down here, which goes up in little spurts, because if you zoom in, you can actually see little colony, little pods getting launched down onto the planet. And once that's done, this actually becomes a planet
We have
under our
completed the
control.
mission objective.
And we can research things like having a planetary shield, because planets can be attacked and then, you know, conquered. And if you have a shield, right, it's much easier to defend.
Starship complete.
And they also have this sort of I don't know exactly what to call it, but the population support level where it will support so many population will go up. If it reaches 2,000,
Engaged.
it'll be able to support 2,000 or 2,000 crew or people.
We have entered
And
a
if it
dangerous
goes up
nebula.
to 3,000, all the way up to 5,000,
We are
crew
sustaining
can
heavy
support.
damage from a nebula.
Okay, listen, you guys got to be smarter than that.
That's affirmative.
I don't know if this. I don't think this does anything for them not flying into nebulas. I just think the AI is a bit worse.
Status report.
We almost have a full fleet here. We are out of ships. We are out of
We have entered a dangerous nebula.
crew. Okay,
Insufficient
that makes sense. Luckily, having a planet like this will get us more crew, which is not going to happen anytime soon, because we're currently recrewing the planet with our current crew production.
All sections stand
So I
by.
guess we're going to go up
All
here,
sections stand
which,
by.
as you can see, we now have the ability to warp our ships. They can't fire or do much at all, except when they're warping. You activate it by, I think, either holding, there's a control, left alt in the normal map, or trying to right-click
sections
in
stand
the
by.
mini-map, and that will send them to warp. And they're going to show here, you see as they're in warp, their sensor range is reduced by a decent bit. So warping around while scouting is less than ideal. We also have some cool things, such as formations, which we're going to set into. So these really help out for sort of making sure all of our... Whoops, I'm hitting...
Bring us into weapons range.
It helps out for like getting all your ships in range at the same time. So you've got different formations like a column, which I don't know, which kind of like thins out the fleet. They'll sort of follow this column pattern for the most part. You've got this X, which is kind of like the
insufficient crew.
kind of like the sheet, just looks like an X
Adjust
instead.
heading. Adjust heading. Alter course.
Enemy engaged.
But the sheet's pretty much the one you
All
want.
sections stand
And you
by.
can set their pattern for actually like for doing a cloverleaf pattern when they're attacking stations and stuff, or circle them straight up, or actually do passing like runs against them.
Armed and ready.
So let's actually set one of these and see how they
All sections
How they
stand
do.
by.
let's see. Yes, we still can't select
Insufficient
multiple.
crew.
What's it
Insufficient
called?
crew.
We still can't select
Insufficient
multiple
crew.
buildings at the
Starship
same time, which is disappointing.
Insufficient crew. Insufficient crew. Insufficient crew.
Insufficient crew. Colonize a planet. Oh, I clicked off the side. Okay.
Alter course.
Nope, I clicked off the side again.
Insufficient crew.
Let's see. We got some guys getting attacked over
All
here.
sections stand by.
Let's go save him real
All
quick. We'll send out.
sections stand by.
We'll send out the Galaxy class here soon.
Starship complete. Insufficient crew. Enemy engaged.
So yeah, the smaller static defenses. This is the Borg pulse turret. Is much weaker than it was in the first game. They were fairly competent in the last game, but now they're now pretty weak. And
Adjust heading.
I mean, in comparison, they were nerfed about as bad as
Starship
regular ships were.
Insufficient crew.
So it's still kind of an even playing field for them. Ooh, did we not see the? I don't think we did.
All sections stand by.
There's a Borg base up
Insufficient
here, which I
crew.
think we're gonna go towards. Next, I'm gonna warp them up here. Probably about
Armed
here.
and ready.
They'll pathfind their way up there. Hopefully, pretty safely.
Starship complete. Insufficient crew.
We're gonna keep hearing that insufficient crew thing forever. So I guess we didn't really need this other
Enemy engaged.
station.
We have entered a dangerous nebula.
We have entered a dangerous nebula.
Helm. New course heading.
Okay, so this is
All
nearly a
sections
full
stand
fleet,
by.
and I know there to be a starbase up here because I've played Star Trek Armada before.
Alter course.
So we're gonna warp in,
Insufficient crew.
and
Bring us into weapons range.
yep, one of our guys already got hit and destroyed. So we want to see exactly how well a nearly full fleet does against a single starbase, and the answer is not that great.
Status report.
They have their nice little attack pattern, doing those little marks. We can set them actually to a circle. But I think it's the default for the AI to circle stations that they're
Starship
attacking.
complete. Insufficient crew.
And it's probably more efficient for you to actually like not set something for them to do, because then they will stay in position, and them actually moving doesn't affect anything.
Starship construction commencing.
But yeah, as you can see, a fleet of frigates
Enemy
can't
engaged.
take out a starbase. In fact, the starbase here is barely damaged
Starship
in
complete.
comparison.
Insufficient crew. Starship construction commencing.
So what we need to do, we need to get more crew. I don't know. I honestly don't know if starbases work as they did in the first Armada
Requesting additional personnel.
and provide additional crew, but that may be a solution. This is the new Borg assembler. It looks a bit different than Star Trek Armada 1. Got a nice little defense fleet up here, which I think we're really going to pull you guys back.
Starship complete.
And I'm going to try and send you guys up that way. Maybe take out the starbase. Because it is damaged, although I imagine it's been healed a good bit. But there's a Borg planet right
Enemy
here,
engaged.
which we're eventually going to have to defeat. There's
Ready
also
for
a
action.
normal planet
Bring
up
us
here.
about. Increase power to engines.
Yeah, we want to colonize because we need the crew for our fleet.
Armed and ready.
Insufficient crew.
Let's see.
Armed and ready.
Yep, so shields are pretty slow to regen now.
Armed and ready.
And we're having a better shot. So we can actually see, you see that little plus 84 above the like sort of icon thing? That's kind of the hull health of the starbase here. Which we're getting lower and lower, but yeah, as you can clearly see,
Insufficient crew.
we probably need a full other fleet for us to actually
Unable to comply.
and effectively take
Confirmed.
that ship out. Now we could send the Galaxy class. We're allowed to lose the Galaxy
Take it
class.
so. Status report.
We can't lose Picard. A good old Enterprise.
Starship complete. Insufficient crew. Insufficient crew.
We can also queue up more than 5 ships at a shipyard. I don't know why they have the queue be a different like
Starship
total.
construction commencing.
Like if this was 8, I would be more happy if the queue size was 8 instead of 10, because then I can put 8 in here. When it finishes, know that I need to put 8 more
Starship
and have a full
complete.
fleet.
Insufficient crew.
But if I do 2 full groups, then
Enemy engaged. Colonization was successful.
wonderful. And I don't think we're gonna
Starship
recrew
construction commencing.
this planet. I don't think it makes a difference as to how quickly we get crew from it.
Armed and ready.
Insufficient crew.
So we'll just leave it like that, and it's a lot of dilithium and a lot of metal if we want to actually put a shield on here. But I don't think the Borg have any ships that can attack planets, because these cruisers here cannot attack planets. Only
All
battleships,
sections
for the
stand
most
by.
part, can attack. So either the Enterprise or
Insufficient crew.
the Galaxy class, the
Status
USS
report.
Frontier, can attack planets. There are some exceptions for different empires and stuff, but for the Federation, only some of the ships built from the advanced shipyard can attack planets. I think there
Enemy
might be
engaged.
one
Insufficient
that can
crew.
attack it we don't have access to yet, but there might be one
Starship construction commencing.
that can do it from the regular shipyard. But yeah, we're kind of in the waiting game here.
Starship complete. Insufficient crew.
And I'm not really one to wait, so we're going to kind of do some aggressive stuff. We're not going to attack the starbase again. We're going to try to pick off some of the Borg mining ships, because the Borg are actually... The AI is actually a bit smarter in this game. They do need to mine materials and stuff. So if we harass them
Insufficient
effectively,
crew.
we can actually destroy their means of production and make sure they have no economy to send more ships after us.
Armed and ready.
So all our scout ships, I think, have been destroyed.
Starship complete. Insufficient crew.
Yeah, as you can see, crew is going to
Starship
be
construction
as big a problem in Armada 2 as it is in Armada 1.
Armed and
even with the
ready.
new mechanics. There are some scenarios where it's not.
Armed and ready.
Insufficient crew.
All sections stand by.
Starship construction commencing.
Yep, so ship versus ship, we're still pretty even.
Adjust heading.
Starship
So
complete.
that's
Insufficient crew.
I mean, these are the same sort of tier as the Akira classes.
Starship construction.
But we might take a
commencing.
loss if we
Bring us
actually
into
fight that
weapons
group.
range.
I think that's just a patrol that has like a set path it's supposed to follow.
Helm, new course heading.
We're mostly here to destroy these
Bring us
big
into
stations up
weapons
here. And
range.
it does appear that because they are on a higher plane in the Akira classes, the Akira has to
Fire
fly
all
closer to
weapons.
them. Essentially fly up. I don't know why they're built so high. I guess because it's near to the moon. But yeah, we can destroy. Yep, it's much easier to destroy ships in this game as
Enemy
well,
Engaged.
because you can build more ships and control them in a fleet.
Armed and ready.
Yep, I was gonna try and capture the Borg assembler, but just to show you that we can't capture ships and capture construction ships and then use them to build
Station is under attack.
Borg structures like you could in Armada 1. So you guys are
Sections stand by.
fine.
Status report.
Oops, up, I clicked out again. Like a dermy.
Starship construction commencing.
Status report.
One of the annoying things is that stations now, because of the new sort of
Armed
health
and ready.
and damage system,
Adjust heading.
are more likely. A lot of them are more likely to actually run out of
Helm,
crew before
new
they're
course
destroyed.
heading. Alter course.
Which is nice for some
Enemy.
things that I would like to capture. As Borg, at least. But for most other empires, it's mostly a nuisance.
Armed and ready.
And I think there's another planet here that we can colonize. Yes, Cast Clay.
Starship
Not a
complete.
Cast Clay. The Class K.
Helm, new course heading.
Let's zoom up around here.
Adjust heading.
Hopefully we won't get shot. We're kind of in range.
Armed and
I think we're okay. But these are new nebulas right here. These are Tachyon nebulas,
Starship complete.
which these are what the Borg are using to sort of, I guess, fuel their new transwarp
Starship
portals,
complete.
which is how they are now. It's very similar plot to the first Star Trek Armada. The Borg are invading using their wormholes. The Federation are going to go inside and defeat them from their own space.
armed and ready.
Except Species 8472 is going to show up and really start screwing us up.
Enemy engaged.
Both the Borg and the
Sections
Federation.
stand by. Alter course. Helm, new course heading.
Oh, dang it. They path a little
All sections
Weird.
stand by.
Starship complete.
Prep all systems.
but oh well.
Bring us about. Following orders.
Yeah, let's warp you there.
Status report.
Warping is very useful. Speeds up
Armed
a
and
lot of
ready.
things.
Starship complete. Insufficient crew.
Insufficient crew. Insufficient crew. Insufficient crew.
Starship construction commencing.
Insufficient crew. Now, one cool thing I would like to do is actually, yeah, let's send the
Status
Enterprise
report.
back here, just to be a little careful.
Reroute all auxiliary power to the engines.
The Frontier class we're going to send up here,
Armed
and we should be able to side skirt the starbase with them. You're going to get shot at, but I don't think the new Borg Scout is going
Armed
to do
and
too
ready.
much to you.
Enemy engaged.
But it's nice that we can see, like, click on enemy,
Armed and
stations
ready.
and stuff,
Adjust heading.
and see what they're
Adjust
building
heading.
now. Now, see, now we have the option, not with the Akira, we don't have the option to attack,
Armed
with the,
and ready.
but
All
the
sections
battleship
stand
we
by.
has the option to attack the
Status
planet,
report.
which, what we want to do
Status
is
report.
actually beam crew on to the planet instead and actually capture it like we would a ship. Because we can't send a colony ship here, that'll be destroyed by the starbase.
All sections stand by. Helm, new course heading. Armed and ready.
Can we?
Alter course.
Yeah, come on, just a few more. There we go. So we've conquered a planet. We're gonna send all these guys back to repair. And now we have this planet. It's not getting us too much crew, I don't think. I kind of want to recrew. Are we out of... Oh, good. We've been building some guys. So yeah, let's recruit these. I kind of want to see if they actually do give us more crew or not. We lost our colony ship over here. Not the biggest loss since we did get this one instead. But the Borg, yeah, Borg stations. No station can attack planets. You have to attack with battleships. And the Borg can't build battleships in this scenario. So we're not going to see any cubes come and defeat us.
All sections stand by.
All sections stand by. Scrolling manually like this is so tedious. Let's actually set up some static defenses here. I can't shift and add. Nope. Yeah, that didn't work. You see as the build grid also kind of like shifts up and down as you try and move things on the plane.
Confirmed,
And if we try and we can't stack build orders or anything.
Sections stand by. Alter course.
See, we're gonna make you one. You're gonna be like this, and you're gonna warp you up
sections
here.
Stand by.
You guys are not gonna build because we're recruiting some planets
Station construction.
slowly but surely.
Prepare the docking
Let's see.
bays.
A starbase now only takes 150 crew to make, which is great, but it takes 2,000,
Proceed.
which is less than ideal. And honestly, what I should build here in defense.
Confirmed, Starfleet.
Status report.
When we got the Borg assembler out
Armed
here.
and ready.
So the Borg are cool, and they're a little unique
All
versus the Federation and other Alpha Quadrant empires, or factions, I suppose. They're not really empires. Because the Borg mining drones actually are what mine from planets, instead of building a station to mine around planets.
All sections stand by.
Let's see. So the starbase here is still damaged, still at half shields, and has not
Armed and
fully repaired its hull yet,
All sections stand
of its
by.
own sort of volition. So we come in here and it's already damaged with our other fleet, and he will still take us apart one by one. But we should be able to take him down this time. Because now his weapons are down, even though he has still plenty of hull left.
Enemy engaged.
Armed and ready.
You're not doing any good yourself.
Status report.
So you guys are going to
All
clean up
sections
around
stand
here.
by.
You're going to
Find
priority
the
repair,
shipyard.
which is a
All
really
sections
cool
stand
thing.
by.
So if I still had him in the fleet, and I told him alone to priority repair, he would ignore all orders I would give the rest of the fleet. He would go repair, and then when he was done repairing, he would go to the last order that the fleet was given. Which is super duper cool.
Starship construction commencing. Starship construction commencing.
Armed and ready. Alter course.
Let's see,
All
we're gonna warp you
sections
guys
stand
over
by.
here. You are dead in the water.
Starship complete.
I don't think transporters reach that far. No,
Unable
they
to
don't. They definitely
transport.
don't reach past your sensor range.
Starship complete.
Especially not for
Enemy
planets.
engaged.
Never forget
And the
that
Ferengi
fourth
are
rule of
quick
acquisition.
to
Peace
getting-
is good for business.
The Ferengi are quick to get your vessels. I guess we'll let them have that one, I suppose.
Lay in a course.
We need to recruit this
Additional
starbase
Adjust heading.
because this starbase is low on crewing.
personnel. Starship complete. Insufficient crew. Starship complete. Insufficient crew.
All sections stand by.
Yeah, Fleet 1,
Armed and
let's
ready.
set Fleet 2 here.
Alter
Gonna warp them up
course.
here to support Fleet 1 eventually when they make their assault on the
Armed and ready.
final Borg starbase.
Insufficient crew.
Now we can kind of see what happens to our ship. If it goes outside the map from Ferengi, it will completely disappear.
Armed and ready.
Starship complete. Insufficient crew.
Alter course.
Enemy engaged.
So I don't know if these are somehow being built, if they rebuilt a assembly yard somewhere or not.
Status report.
Insufficient crew.
All sections stand by. Armed and ready.
Impulse feels a good bit slower
Starship
than it did in Armada 1.
Insufficient crew.
I don't think,
Status report.
actually I'm not sure. I may have only once before played Armada 1 and directly gone and played Armada 2 afterwards.
Status report.
Let's sort both of these guys in and see if a full...
Insufficient crew.
Yeah, might as well take out the small turret
All sections stand
first.
by. Armed and ready.
Yeah, so this is more than one full fleet. Let's see if they can completely destroy a
Complete.
Nexus
Insufficient
without
crew.
without any additional support.
Enemy engaged.
I believe that is true if I remember correctly. Yeah, it looks like they are able to win.
Insufficient crew.
And I like the little readouts for like the stats on like weapon system and shield system as their effectiveness goes down.
Complete.
They're more
Insufficient
likely to
crew.
build, like for weapons, the lower weapons are.
Insufficient crew.
Fire all weapons.
They fire at a slower
All
rate,
sections stand by.
and for what is it called? They fire at a lower rate, and then once they're all the way at 0, they gotta repair from 0 to 100 before they work again. Okay, and you guys are essentially just gonna go search and destroy, because there's gonna be stragglers around. Like we've already got these resource collectors. 300 metal.
Complete.
They can carry twice as much
Enemy
metal as they
engaged.
can lithium. That is something I did not remember. Although it does not surprise me. I'm gonna send 4 of you guys out here.
Starship.
You guys should just destroy the actual thing.
All Borg ships and stations have been eliminated from this system.
Wonderful.
The Borg threat to the regular Badlands has been eliminated, and Starfleet is dispatching additional ships to secure the region. We have also discovered a unique type of nebula near the site of the former Borg colony. Sensor scans of this nebula reveal a high concentration of tachyon particles and the presence of residual transwarp signatures. It may be that the Borg have developed a new type of transwarp gate that allows them to travel greater distances than we ever thought possible. If this proves to be true, no planet in the Alpha Quadrant will be safe from their grasp. I fear this may be the case, as even now our base at Alpha Theta 6 is reporting contact with the Borg.
Alright, so they give you a nice little like score screen here afterwards, similar to like Age of Empires, where they've got like a timeline where it shows kind of like the relative power of armadas. They're like an economy thing, how much you've gathered and spent and stuff. It's kind of like useless statistics in many ways. Like, I know my military was stronger. This is statistically how much more. And the score I got, right? It doesn't get you anything. There's no score at the end. And just like Armada 1,
The time to strike the Borg is upon us.
we go right to
To
the next
accomplish
mission.
this, we must reinforce and resupply our outlying fleets. The starbase at Alpha Theta 6 is to be our staging ground, but it is under siege and desperately undersupplied. Furthermore, reports of a Borg presence in the system make it impossible to send unescorted cargo ships with supplies. Our success hinges on our ability to send and protect supply convoys.
All right, so mission number 2 for the Federation here. We are supposed to start trading with a secondary Federation faction, which is not under our control. So we need to build cargo ships and send them to their base over here. But we don't have the Enterprise. We just have these trade stations which we must
Bring
protect.
up local star charts.
And
Requesting additional personnel.
I'm gonna need, what, 3 of these? We have 2 moons here. Which means we probably should build a second, they're right on top of each other, which sucks.
Starship.
Should probably build a second, mining thing, but I feel like it's not gonna help.
Station construction commencing.
But yeah, they've kind of got their own autonomy, and it looks like they've got an actually decent like base here. But as you like sort of mouse over them, like their starbase can't be recrewed. It's a starbase here that is completely unfunctional. All their ships, and they've got like the research facilities which work fine, but really can't do anything. They mostly got just static defenses. And if you try and bring a ship and beam crewmen onto here, either to take it or reinforce them, it doesn't work. Doesn't do anything.
Starship complete.
It's kind of frustrating, but there's a lot of Borg stuff. I think the Borg's base is down here, behind these Metreon. These aren't Metreon, these are Cerulean nebulas.
Starship complete. Insufficient.
Send you guys
crew.
as scouts.
Alter
I'm
course.
gonna bring you guys back to the plane.
Station complete.
Aye, sir.
2 go up there, and I don't need this last one.
Acknowledged.
What I do need, however, is this
Confirmed, Starfleet.
planet that is down here that you can't see here, but you can kind of see that little gravity well. That little purple splotch here is a planetary gravity well.
That is a logical request.
That shows itself around each planet. It's a different size for different size planets. This is a Class M planet, the one that can go to the highest total population. But not only do we have to get resources for ourselves,
Station construction
or for them, but we also have to get them for ourselves. So if we build cargo ships and stuff and send materials over to them, we can't build a bigger fleet with those materials, as we just gave them to another faction that's not going to be able to build anything with them. So this one is kind of an annoying mission. It's not too bad, in all honesty. I think I'm actually going to build another construction ship.
Commencing.
There's another little moon down here, but it's kind of... this is a detection array, so this is like the new Borg scanner ship. Or not ship, station. And we can kind of see the actual Borg fleet here. And this is their new advanced assembly matrix.
Enemy
And I think they can build diamonds in this one. I don't think they can build cubes yet, but I'm not 100% sure.
Prepare the docking bays.
Yeah, let's get you building
A prudent course
some
of action.
construction yards. And you're just going to keep building mining stuff in different
Station
spots.
complete. Insufficient crew.
Damn, insufficient crew? That's not good at all. We need 500 crew for this? Man, it's less to build a starbase than it is to build a shipyard. And these guys are essentially dead weight. We're literally just have to waste stuff on them. They've got a few... Excuse me. They've got a few ships. I think they actually lost most of them. They've only got these 2 Akiras left, which are not exactly intelligent. And then our scouts just dumbly fly into enemy fences, which I guess is okay, but not really.
A prudent course of action.
Yeah, it's only 150 for it's 250 crew for a mining station. But when you build it, it only has 150. Now, isn't that a terrible, terrible thing? That's probably what some of the like fan-made patches fix, things like that. But they don't work with the actual game if you don't have a disc working with it properly, which I do not. We're using kind of a cracked version. Kinda, not really, but yeah, kinda.
Confirmed, Starfleet.
Let's see, let's build a sensor right here.
Course of action.
Spy on the Borg spy station, somehow. But we do get to see a little bit of torpedo turret action, which
Station construction
torpedo
commencing.
turrets are nearly as strong as they were in the first Armada. They're very, very strong, at least in comparison to the pulse cannons. They're now noticed to be
Station
stronger.
complete.
We are immediately going to build nothing at all, because we need a research station here. 300 crew, we're still not even there.
Course. A prudent course
Because
of
we need to
action.
build and colonize all 3 of these planets here so we can get our crew stuff. Let's see. At the very least, we can start building some...
A prudent course of action.
Actually, yeah, let's waste the crew for a starbase here. I can put it pretty much anywhere here.
Confirmed,
I'll put it here
Starfleet.
because we're going to want to mine some of these ladder nebulas.
Station construction
Well,
commencing.
I don't think it actually does us any good yet.
A Prudent course
So
of
maybe
action.
we won't, because I don't think we have any research that requires Latinum yet, or at least any useful research. But we've got access to a few new ships here. So we've got some of the old ones from Star Trek Armada 1. We got the Defiant class now available, which is still weaker than the Akira. We have the Steam Runner, which is very similar to how it worked before. It has long range, siege style weapons. Probably gonna build a few of these guys, but we have the brand new Saber class, which is actually a pretty strong ship in comparison to the Defiant, at least for its cost. It's a good bit cheaper, 40 dilithium cheaper, which is 40% cheaper. But it's essentially, it doesn't use the phaser cannons. It uses a standard phaser and torpedoes, which is,
Confirmed, Starfleet.
I guess it is more ship to ship, but is stronger than the Defiant class ship, which has antimatter mines. So the Defiant does have an ability. But I think the antimatter mines are actually pretty decent now. But you can kind of see there's a wormhole here in the Metreon Nebula up here. Or this is a mutagen
Station
nebula.
complete.
And in the
Enemy
bad kill your
engaged.
ship nebula.
Confirmed, Starfleet.
Requesting additional personnel. Insufficient crew.
Alright, we just used the crew we were going to use.
Starship complete.
Yeah, and here we can kind of see how good these torpedo turrets are. They're kind of just tearing apart these assemblers or assimilators, which have a new model from the original Star Trek. They're actually modeled after
Insufficient
the
crew.
I guess assimilator. It wasn't called the assimilator class, but it is the assimilator class from the Next Generation. But they're not invincible. So we'll do some decent damage against these guys. We'll lose probably just one torpedo turret. This pulse cannon really does not have a range. It should. These torpedo turrets not only outrange it, but outdamage it. Okay, if you guys fly your ships into Metreon Nebula, there's... Yeah, I don't know why we don't have control of this their facilities.
Acknowledged.
Station complete.
Aye, sir.
Let's have you two mine Latinum for now, because
Insufficient crew.
we're gonna need 3 of these bad boys, and these are 100 crew apiece. Yes, they are. Which we're gonna stop recruiting that so we can get that a bit quicker. Let's see, and let's actually use you to maybe make some more
Starship construction commenced.
sentry arrays out here, just so we can see a bit more of the map. Let's see, do we have any research unlocked? We have tachyon detection, which does nothing for us at all, and antimatter
Enemy
mines.
engaged.
Oop, that's not good at
Prudent
all.
course of action.
You are likely dead, because that is a Borg torpedo turret,
Acknowledged.
which is going to put you down if it hits with one more shot, I think. Or it could miss all its shots. All but one. And you survive.
Starship complete.
Okay, well, let's get you repaired. Let's get these
Ready
planets
and
colonized.
Colonization has begun.
Oh, I should use you to build a, what's it called? We'll actually switch out. We'll use this one
Proceed.
to build the orbital processing things, which does take 100
Starship
crew,
complete.
but it's definitely worth it because we need more metal production.
Ready for action. Confirmed.
We get a bunch of planets. We're gonna start getting latinum. We have to give them latinum too. So yeah, that's why we need to mine latinum.
Colonization has begun.
And do we really need?
Enemy engaged.
We need a science
Colonization
station to
was
make the steam
successful.
runner.
Prepare the colonists.
Unable to comply.
Bring us about.
Is there a way to get through these asteroids down here? Or is there just a random... There is cubes. There are cubes. Holy cow. Thank goodness the star bases are so good now.
Following orders. Colonization has begun.
Requesting additional personnel.
Oh man, these fleets are getting bigger and bigger. Yeah, we need to start building up.
All sections stand by.
Proceed.
Alright, let's see. You...
Colonization was successful.
Yep.
Confirmed,
Might as well make this because I want steam runners.
Starship construction commencing.
So 80 crew versus 200. So these sabers are probably much more efficient to make than these Akiras. For one, they only take the lithium, which we have much more than metal.
Starship complete. Enemy engaged.
And I think they're not that
Standing
much
by.
weaker, in all honesty. So for their value,
Colonization was successful.
they're probably just as good. They're kind of making attack
Starship
runs at us.
complete.
Kind of weird what the Borg are doing. Though they will slowly destroy this base because it's not really defended. It doesn't have a star base. But we can actually build it, I think, within here, so we could actually defend this more
Starship
more
complete.
effectively than they try to. But we got to get ourselves off our
Prudent course of action.
feet first.
Unable to transport.
I want to see, is this?
Starship complete.
I think that's on the even plane.
A prudent course of action.
Move up here, you dummy, so I can get this in here.
Enemy engaged. Station construction commencing.
Okay, and I think we're gonna start going around with
New
this
course
small fleet, taking out some of these nearby.
Bring us into
Actually, got
weapons
quite a bit of
range.
range on most of
Fire
these ships.
all weapons.
Starship construction commencing.
Actually, yeah, let's leave it at 2 for now, because I'm gonna go from this mining station to build a thingamabab over
Starship
here next.
complete.
Armed and ready.
Station complete. Starship complete.
Helm, new course heading.
Enemy engaged.
Confirmed, Starfleet.
Come up here, build a mining.
Confirmed, Starfleet.
What is it called? Mining station?
Station
Orbital
complete.
processing facility.
Starship complete.
Armed and ready.
Then we can start building some steam runners after this, which are a bit more expensive, but and really aren't kind of worth it because we can just build a bigger fleet and take these static defenses out. They're not that dangerous.
Bring us into weapons range.
Station construction commencing. Starship complete.
And I guess I'll show you.
Status report.
Well, maybe not yet. But you see the wormhole back here. This wormhole doesn't directly lead there. There's a bit of a little passageway through here, so it's not as
All
big of a
sections stand
shortcut
by.
as we would hope. But
All sections stand by.
Enemy engaged.
ooh, there's the diamond up here. I hope it doesn't have any of its abilities.
Starship complete.
It's got its 100
Insufficient
damage,
Metal.
Armed and ready.
but the diamonds are still pretty weak. They're a bit stronger than they were in the first game because they were mostly just spellcasters. So they can still deal some damage, still take out some of our sabers.
Armed and ready.
But otherwise, we're pretty good at fighting them.
Starship construction commencing.
We're gonna have some ventures in that little
Starship
crew.
complete.
This
Insufficient
torpedo turret is
metal.
absolutely slaughtering us.
Armed and ready.
55. We
Armed
barely
and
saved
ready.
him.
Find the nearest shipyard.
Starship complete. Starship
Screw you up,
construction
too.
commencing.
No reason not to at this point. At least I don't think there's a reason not to.
You got it. Prepare the docking bays.
Let's put it out here.
Starship complete.
All sections report.
Bring up
5.
local star charts.
You're gonna be Fleet 2.
Set a
Let's
course.
swap you guys over here. So we're gonna have the Venture classes. They're gonna kind of be our forward
Insufficient
scouts and stuff.
metal. Enemy engaged.
Alert the crew. Ahead full.
Were they attacking here? That's not good.
Alter course. All hands to battle stations. All stop.
Alter course.
Alert the crew.
Yeah, we can fire from all the way over here. As long as we're, I think, for the most part, as long as we're within sensor range, we can hit a lot of these stations. So if we smartly kind of like play around here, right, we send you guys like here. You're actually along sensor range, can't see those guys, and then you guys can
Alert the crew.
shoot those guys down from wherever you got to reposition to. Oh, did you not have a crew or something?
That is a logical request.
Starship construction commencing.
Now we're gonna go heavy on Akira's, because for one, we gotta defend this place, but we gotta like fight our way there, which is gonna be kind of slow. Oh, we lost
Enemy
the.
engaged. Starship complete.
Oh,
All sections.
that's what
report.
happens when you guys are dumb about this.
All hands to battle stations.
Battle stations.
Starship complete.
Standing by.
All sections report.
Acknowledge, Starfleet.
Well, we might just smash our head
Starship
through most of
complete.
this. Actually, screw it. You guys need to go
Entering
scout.
coordinates. Begin a sensor scan.
Actually, I need you to go
Entering
down to the
coordinates.
south here. There's a wormhole here, which has a much larger gravity radius that we cannot warp through than a planet would. You can kind of see here. Adventure class
Starship
revealed
complete.
where our wormhole up here comes out.
A prudent course of action.
Starship complete.
Standing by.
All sections report. Understood.
Starship complete. Enemy engaged. Starship complete.
Okay, I can
Acknowledge,
hotkey.
Starfleet.
I can hotkey buildings. Look at me go. And we need to start making.
Starship construction commencing.
Any of you guys? There you go, right there.
Battle stations.
Starship complete.
Alter course. Alter course.
Ah, please, I just need you to be
A cargo ship
Long
has
range.
been constructed.
wonderful.
Alert the crew.
Station construction commencing.
Changing
Please,
heading.
please
All
don't be that
sections
close.
report.
I just need you in range so that we can siege it down.
All hands to battle stations.
Right here.
Starship complete.
Yep, okay, good.
Starship complete.
We're gonna have Akira's out here. Doing some work for us.
Station
Let's see,
complete.
let's send the Venture through here.
That's affirmative. Alter course.
We have entered a dangerous nebula.
Will you survive? I think you will. It's a little rough for you, but we come out
That's
on the
affirmative.
safe side here.
That's affirmative.
Got a sensor up
Set a
here.
new
Let's
course.
put one maybe up over here.
Confirmed, Starfleet.
Enemy engaged.
Uh-oh. I
All
mean,
hands to battle stations.
I guess not.
Alter course.
Uh-oh. Not as bad as I thought.
Understood.
Bring all weapons to bear.
Let's see. I don't think two sabers win against a assembler on their own,
Starship
but if they concede
All
backing
hands
them
to
up,
battle stations. All
then
hands to
I think they
battle
do.
stations.
Understood.
Let's actually get these
Status
Akiras.
report. All sections stand by.
Let's just warp them in.
Starship complete. Starship complete.
You don't deal a whole lot of damage, so it's going to take you a while to destroy the detection array, but you'll do it eventually, my man.
Starship complete. Station construction commencing.
So here we can buy and sell metal for
Starship
platinum.
complete.
So if we buy 100 metal, it costs us 143 platinum.
Enemy engaged.
And I can tell what these guys to like pick up. So I can actually pick up anything from crew, platinum, metal. I don't know why platinum is in the middle
Station
versus the right,
complete.
because it's out of order for the resources.
Starship complete.
We got a battle going on over here that I probably should be paying a bit more attention to.
Starfleet. All sections stand by. All hands to battle stations.
Looks like we're gonna have enough crew, platinum.
Starship complete.
Let's get you guys loaded up on the lithium.
Construction cancelled.
What
I
is your
think-
command?
I can't remember how much these guys can hold of each.
Battle stations. Initiate new attack pattern.
Understood.
Acknowledge Starfleet.
Enemy engaged.
Okay, so
Changing
we've
area.
actually finally made contact
Understood.
Starship
with
construction.
these other guys. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna colonize that M-class planet up there.
Good to see reinforcements. Welcome to Alpha Theta 6.
Yeah, reinforcements.
Standing by.
So yeah, if we try and beam guys on here, no matter how much we beam, they won't actually do anything, and they will constantly lose crew until this place is no longer manned.
Battle stations. Understood.
So it sucks.
Proceed. Confirmed, Starfleet.
And if I remember correctly, I think there's like holes in. No, we can probably
A prudent course of action.
build all throughout here.
Alert the crew.
Starship complete.
Ahead full.
Enemy engaged.
Let's go take care of those guys. There's a wedge, there's an interceptor,
Starship complete.
and then this new harmonic defender. All brand new
All sections
classes
report.
for the Borg, or ships,
Set a course.
more specifically.
Initiate new attack pattern. Initiate new attack pattern. Battle stations. Alter course. Battle stations.
Alert the crew.
Starship complete.
Prep all systems. Confirmed.
Ready to trade.
500 dilithium,
What is your
holy
command?
shit. We're gonna give you guys a lot of dilithium.
We read you.
Unload, if you would, please.
Acknowledge Starfleet.
Starship complete.
Actually, it's literally not worth it. Unload. And we'll put metal in you guys instead. 'Cause we only gotta give them 1,500, I think, right? Yeah, 1,500 of each.
Enemy engaged.
Fighting the good fight.
Starship complete.
Good old venture class.
Confirmed, Starfleet.
Oh, that's not good at all. In fact, that is real bad.
Order acknowledged. We read you.
You're now Fleet 2.
Helm. New course heading.
You're gonna go take this guy out, who has
Station
become
is under
officially a
attack.
problem.
Battle stations. Battle stations.
I think we're
Starship
literally just gonna put you
complete.
guys
Alter course.
right at their kind of entrance here.
Changing heading.
Because they kind of path out of this, like, slot here,
Battle stations.
for the most part.
Status report. All sections stand by.
Acknowledged. Set a new course.
Starship complete.
Armed and ready.
Enemy engaged.
Standing ready.
Okay, so you three. I'll take 4 just in case.
Ready to trade.
You 4 are gonna go
We
here
read you.
and drop that off.
Starship complete.
What is your command?
You're gonna drop off along with the rest of these
Ready to
guys.
trade.
You have tribbles now. I don't know why.
Starship complete.
We'll pick up the metal.
Status report. Adjust heading.
Battle stations.
Yeah, I think they're still gonna
Complete.
escape out here a little bit. Maybe they do come from other areas and behind the nebula.
All sections stand by.
I'm pretty sure for the most part we cannot destroy this base back here. It is so well guarded, and we're not gonna. We could probably waste all our time, but I think most of these Borg ships are actually just spawned in.
All sections stand by. Armed and ready. Fire, full bursts. Fire all weapons. All sections stand by. Armed and ready.
Ooh, yeah, we can't stop them from getting past us. We can do some pretty good damage.
All sections stand by.
But we need to really come up here and
Armed
defend
ready.
this group of
Armed
lithium
and
ships.
ready.
Order acknowledged.
See, you're full of metal. The rest of you guys are getting full of metal.
Standing by. Standing by.
Oh no, these guys were. Wait, oh, I'm sending
Understood.
1. Duh, I should have sent 2.
Station construction commencing.
Understood.
Status report.
Enemy engaged.
Probably build a starbase somewhere near here. I don't know exactly how far
Alter course.
away you gotta be.
All sections stand by.
Battle stations. Changing heading. Understood.
But I do think there's a clear limit as to how close. Nope, never mind.
Confirmed,
I
Starfleet.
was gonna say, I'm pretty sure there's a clear limit as to how far you can place stations from wormholes, but apparently you can just put a starbase right on top of them. And all these guys can go here and dump off their metal. We'll send the other guys back.
First convoy received.
Armed and ready.
Insufficient metal.
Insufficient metal. What is that? Oh, we need 2,000 metal for the. That does make sense. For the store
Enemy
base.
engaged.
Alter course. Acknowledge, Starfleet.
We're winning this battle. It's not a particularly difficult battle, but we're winning it. Once they're done passing, we can put the starbase here.
Confirmed, Starfleet.
Should be a much better defensive position for our boys.
Engage
What
engines.
if you guys can go in here and then, like, actually see far enough from the board base to deal damage?
Alpha Theta 6 has been fully resupplied with
With
dilithium.
Engage engines.
You guys can get shot at the
Hands
very
to
least.
battle stations. Fire all weapons. Set a
You are
course.
cloaked in this Cerulean Nebula.
Unable to comply. Unable to comply. Enemy engaged. Unable to comply.
Alert the crew. All hands to battle stations. Set a course. Fire all weapons.
I don't know if we can do. Well, yeah, I think these 3 will be able to get them. It's not pretty, but I think we got them. Let's see, you folks are all done.
Able to comply.
We're actually going to pick up Latinum.
We read you.
Yep,
We read you. We read
drop
you.
off here. Okay. You can set up trade routes and stuff, and you'll actually gain resources and stuff trading back and forth. We got 2 alive. Perfect.
All hands to battle stations.
Enemy engaged.
Wow, there's a torpedo turret in the fog of war that can hit us from this far away. That is insane.
Alert the crew. All hands to battle stations.
He has 0 health. How is he still alive?
Alert the crew. Alert the crew. Understood.
Now we can see it. We're not going to destroy it. Yeah, especially when it's just, we got our weapons in one shot. Ah, well.
Just tell me where to go. Entering coordinates.
Armed and ready.
Yeah, I'm sure you could break through and deal some damage to the Borg base if you really tried, but we're trying to get to these at a fairly consistent pace.
Alpha
They've got
Theta
all their
6
metal.
has been fully resupplied with metal.
And our guys are slowly on their way, since trading vessels cannot warp, which is really,
Enemy engaged.
really weird, but true.
Acknowledge, Starfleet. Understood.
Armed and ready.
Standing by. Reroute power to weapons.
All sections stand by.
That was dangerous. Those 3 Qs probably could have destroyed them.
Order acknowledged. We read you.
Alter course.
Requesting additional personnel.
Well, I guess that gives us room to actually build a starbase over here.
A prudent course of action.
Adjust heading. Armed and ready.
Get both these fleets in here. See if we can actually do some damage or not.
All sections stand by.
Enemy engaged.
All these defenses,
full
I
bursts.
don't think we're
Armed
gonna
and
do all
ready.
that well.
Fire. Full bursts. Armed and ready. Alter
Oh yeah,
course.
they've got a huge defense. Holy cow!
Armed and ready. Armed and ready.
And for some reason they
Armed
they
and
want
ready.
to fly close enough to get
course
shot by
section.
the station.
All sections stand by.
Yeah, it would take a hell of a fleet that we can't really produce
Status report.
at the moment. I mean, we're doing a little bit of work here, but we're getting picked off by so far.
Armed and ready.
We're getting
Armed
outranged
and
essentially.
ready. Fire all weapons.
I'm guessing they get free resources too. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to build this stuff back here.
Fire all weapons. Bring us into weapons range.
Enemy engaged.
Armed and ready. All sections stand by.
I think this is a better position to fight from than anything else.
Bring us into weapons range. Armed and ready.
I mean, we're kind of doing some work. Nothing crazy. It's gonna be a tough fight. We're just gonna get defeated because they're
All sections stand
just
by.
gonna make enough
Armed and
defenses
ready.
to defeat us. But
All sections stand by. Bring us into weapons range.
I don't know why they're not all firing at enemy ships.
Understood.
Oh well, did I get you guys full
Ready to trade.
of latinum? No, I didn't. Yeah, pick up
Armed
some
and ready.
latinum.
Fire all weapons.
Enemy engaged.
Fire all weapons. Armed and ready.
Oh, we can at least take this guy out. This guy I haven't seen start a cube or any ship, so
All sections stand
maybe
by.
they don't have enough resources to build them at the moment. They've been kind of forced to pump out defenders. for detectors and
Status
interceptors.
report. All sections stand by.
This is a recycler, which is a really cool, unique Borg station that I won't get into until we actually get to the Borg campaign.
All sections stand by.
What are you doing?
Find the nearest shipyard.
Requesting additional personnel.
That is a logical request.
Armed and ready.
Station construction commencing.
Okay, so they at the least are mining.
Alter course. Adjust heading.
Oh, they've got the holding beam. That would have been really bad for us if they actually used it with those cubes. It's really odd that they didn't, because they do use them in other campaigns, or campaign missions.
Station complete.
Are you guys getting platinum? Nope, you're getting warp cores. We're dumping replicators. Yeah, I think these 4 here are the ones that are going to get platinum.
Armed and ready. All sections stand by. Helm, new course heading.
Nope, nope. Akira down.
Alter course.
And the torpedo turret just has
All sections
stupid
stand by.
range.
Armed and ready. All
Yeah, can we
sections
shoot
stand
this?
by.
Yeah, we can.
Engaged.
Man,
Alter course.
we're just like at
Bring
the
us
edge
to
of this
the
torpedo
weapons
turret's range. It has insane range. Oh well, we should be able to destroy it before it kills all of our dudes. At least I assume.
Starship construction commencing.
Just build 1 million of them,
Armed and ready.
just to be sure. Oops, I clicked off the window.
Starship complete.
Are you guys full platinum? Yes, you are.
Armed and ready.
Starship complete.
Order acknowledged.
Armed and ready.
Nice.
Starship complete.
And you're all gonna get repaired. You're gonna take forever to fix your engines. That's kind of to be expected. We actually destroyed this base. They have easy access to tons of resources here. So that's probably so they actually can like produce the ships that they were using to attack us. Now they can't produce anything until they at least rebuild with an assembler. But I think we can more than enough keep them from sending any more ships out of that nebula. And more importantly, these guys are gonna get there and
Starship
essentially end it for them. As we complete this the second mission. Yeah, we're nowhere near the final.
Starship complete.
I got the last of the dilithium from this rock.
Uh-oh. One up top, okay. Well, too bad we only have 3 more that we're still mining from.
Starship complete.
And 30,000 in the bank.
Standing ready. Standing ready.
Starship complete.
Let's see, their weapons don't work, their sensors, their life support, and their shields don't work.
Starship complete.
Armed and ready.
All work crews report to station. Confirmed, Starfleet.
Station construction commencing.
I do want to test sometime today whether or not saving works. It crashes the game. Oh, there we go. He's starting another assembly matrix. Well, it's good to know that they're working on it. And they could be sending ships out relatively soon.
Status report.
More specifically, it's nice to know that we can actually just send ships to go murder them.
Station complete.
This isn't enough to murder them.
Starship construction commencing.
Not yet, at least. We could stick around for just a little bit longer and not, give them the last bit of platinum they need.
Enemy engaged.
We read you.
Which I actually might just do. See the sheet formation.
Starship complete.
Bring us into weapons range.
Yeah, take them out for us.
Starship complete.
They're just gonna pump out 2 full fleets worth of Akiras.
Starship complete.
Adjust heading.
They're back to mining again. Let's see, can we warp in?
Starship complete.
Left here? No.
Unable to comply. Starship complete.
Let's go this way and take out some of these
Fire
defenses.
all weapons. Armed and ready.
Starship complete.
Fire all weapons.
Oops, we didn't destroy them
Starship
yet.
complete.
I'm still stuck on the Armada 1 logic that as soon as the shields are done,
Starship complete.
the static defenses are dead. They still have plenty of fight
Starship
left in them
complete.
after the shields are gone, and we should have targeted this torpedo turret first.
Enemy engaged. Starship complete.
We lost that whole
complete.
fleet, which we are
Starship
gonna replace
complete.
pretty easily.
Adjust heading. We read you. Order
Yeah,
acknowledged.
keep trading with them,
Status report.
which I think really only gets us more what's it called? More latinum,
Starship
just by doing regular trading.
Armed and ready.
So there's one fleet there.
Adjust heading.
We're not gonna send them in.
complete.
Alter course.
We're gonna wait till we got 2 full fleets.
Starship complete. Starship complete.
I don't know why I would ever stop building shipyards.
Starship complete.
With as much room on this map and
Station
as many ships as I can
construction
build.
commencing.
Like, we're not exactly getting a huge
Starship complete.
amount of income from our
Starship complete.
planets.
Starship complete.
Status report.
Starship complete.
Let's warp to Cerulean. We'll take a hit or two. Hopefully not the
Station
starbase.
complete.
And then we can
Starship
kind of still defend here.
Enemy engaged. Starship complete.
You guys do not need to get that
Complete.
close.
Armed and ready.
I want you to destroy that, but I do not want you to get close to those other ships.
Understood.
Low movement autonomy. That will keep you from
Starship complete.
moving too much, I think.
Starship complete. Starship construction commencing. Starship complete.
Status report.
There's a full fleet too.
Starship complete.
We'll warp them in right
All
next to these
sections
guys.
stand
Starship complete.
Just to kind of flex.
Starship complete.
I wasn't doing this too much in Armada 1, but I'm
Complete.
going to do it here because I don't think I've done this before. Completely defeated the Borg.
by. Helm. New course heading.
Enemy engaged.
Fire all weapons. Fire full bursts.
Starship complete.
Armed and ready. Armed and ready.
Starship
Should be a pretty easy cleanup. Just the last few stations here.
Starship
And we should essentially win the game at this point. If we can defeat the Borg
Starship
instead of actually giving them the latinum and stuff,
insufficient metal.
the resources,
Insufficient
it should
metal.
automatically give us the game. Unless I think it does maybe spawn some more Borg
Starship
ships
complete.
occasionally.
Insufficient metal. Insufficient metal.
Hey, now we own a Borg station that can't do anything. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna command it to
Starship complete.
decommission,
Insufficient.
and it'll start
metal.
decommissioning. But
Insufficient.
once its crew
metal.
runs out, it'll just destroy itself. Actually, I think, or it might actually get done decommissioning before that. And this assembler will also try and build a new
Enemy
nexus.
Engaged.
Fire all weapons.
Insufficient metal. Insufficient metal.
Status report.
Wow, I think it's actually gonna fully decommission, and we're gonna get
Starship
the
construction commencing.
all that metal from it. Wow, that's great. We have a full new secondary base here to help defeat the nebulas in the system as our next main enemy.
All sections stand by.
Starship complete.
Understood.
So we can set these guys to search and destroy.
Armed and
Nope.
ready.
Keep finishing destroying them.
Understood.
There you go. And then
Order acknowledged.
put the last little atom in there.
All sections stand
You
by.
guys can all
Understood.
search and destroy.
Armed and ready.
Insufficient officers.
Insufficient officers.
Understood.
Yeah, I don't think there's a way to get more
Alpha
officers.
Theta 6 has been resupplied, and we can commence
Not that we need
building
'em.
up our assault fleet. Now begins perhaps the greatest offensive in the history of Starfleet. Captain's log, stardate 54566.1. After quelling the Borg threat in the regular Badlands, one of our patrolling Venture-class scouts picked up a distress call coming from Starbase 176, located in the next sector. Starfleet has dispatched 2 Iwo Jima-class assault ships full of Federation Marines and ordered us to chart a course and proceed to Starbase 176, at the very edge of Federation space.
I think I remember this one. Yeah, so this is very similar to the final Federation mission in Armada 1, or at least the final Federation scenario mission. Let's see, you're going to be 1, 2. All you guys are going to go back
Yes, sir.
to the starbase.
Requesting
It's not doing
additional
great.
personnel.
All sections report. Make it so.
Station is under attack.
And we're going to kind of fly these
Enemy
guys around
engaged.
and rescue some of these derelict ships. So you need to recruit.
Requesting additional personnel.
All sections report. Energize.
Find the nearest shipyard.
All sections report. Engage.
Armed and ready. Helm, new course heading.
Returning to base.
There. And I think this guy can hit a couple of ships from here. If I remember
Station
correctly.
is under attack.
Repair,
Returning to
repair,
base. Returning to base.
repair.
All sections report.
Venture classes.
Number 1, prepare
Another
and await.
very good ship.
Status report. Make it so.
Starting up
Bring
Venture.
up local
Voyager.
star charts.
What class ship is Voyager? I can't
Returning
remember.
to base.
All sections
Intrepid.
report.
Intrepid class ship.
Status report. Number 1, prepare and await you.
Unable to transport. Station is under attack.
Energize.
Enemy engaged.
Enterprise, this is Starbase 176. We need assistance. You got here just in time.
We got here just in
A
time.
large Borg fleet has moved through the sector. We tried to hold them off, but they overwhelmed us. Many of our ships were lost, and several are still unaccounted for. We're receiving distress calls and reports of severe damage from our fleet. Our shipyard was hit. We're working on getting that back online. Long-range sensors are indicating more unidentified vessels entering the sector. The Borg will destroy our crippled ships unless we can get them recrewed and repaired.
Nope, nope, nope.
Starbase 176 out.
I want you to transport.
Find
Now
the
you can all
nearest
get
shipyard.
repaired. So I think that's all the derelict ships in the area here. These guys we gotta survive. You're still healing shields, but we need some more of these guys because I actually want to see. Oh, there we go. That's a bunch of Borg ships that are spawned in.
Station is under attack.
We gotta build some of you guys. We really don't have a whole lot of sources of income on this map. And we do have to build at least a moderate fleet.
Starship complete. Enemy engaged.
You guys are just gonna
Begin
go
a sensor
scouts.
scan.
Starship complete. Starship complete.
You're gonna build a... Nope, you're not gonna build a mining station. You're gonna build a...
That is a
this
logical
station.
request.
Station is under attack. Starship complete.
Awaiting orders.
Status report. All sections stand by. Alert the crew.
You're gonna be Fleet 1. I don't know what you're doing. Oh, maybe you're trying to defend against some of the Borg.
Complete.
Changing
Let's
heading.
fly you guys out here. So we need the Enterprise to survive,
Starship complete. Insufficient.
of course, and we need the Iwo Jima class assault ships, which I think we can build more, right? No, we cannot yet
Standing
build
by.
more.
Acknowledge Starfleet. Acknowledge Starfleet.
Enemy
I thought we had another
engaged.
ship that we missed up there somehow. What can we build here?
Requesting additional personnel.
That's pretty good.
Battle stations.
So we've got you guys here. You. What do we need? What do we need?
Complete.
Honestly, probably another one of these.
Insufficient crew.
Ah, dang it, I clicked off the thing again. I need to slow scroll over here. Get a colony ship. We don't have crew. Wonderful.
Battle stations. Acknowledge.
Just warp up there, guys. We're smarter than that. Come on.
New attack pattern. Acknowledge, Starfleet.
All right, then we're gonna go clean up this little tiny Borg base that's up here. I think there's actually like a small Borg base up here. I was hoping the Venture classes were gonna go find, but they're kind of bad at that.
Engaged.
Proceed. Proceed.
Starship construction commencing.
Confirmed, Starfleet.
Standing by.
Research complete.
There we go. The chain reaction pulsars are much better in Armada 2 than they were in 1.
Battle stations.
Station is under attack.
And I think most of this mission is just the Borg sending or spawning fleets in,
Complete.
more accurately, to come sort of fight us.
Prepare the colonists.
Acknowledge, Starfleet.
There's another construction ship already.
Colonization has begun.
Okay, you need to smartly use your shit, and you guys need to not fucking die like you did.
Changing heading.
Damn.
Station is under attack. Starship construction commencing.
Prepare the docking bays.
Starship complete.
Build another one of these. We really don't have the dilithium to spare.
Starship complete.
Yeah, let's get another shipyard.
A prudent course of action.
Bring up local star charts.
Station is under attack. Colonization was successful. Unable to build.
Good. Colonization was successful.
Acknowledge, Starfleet. Reroute power to weapons.
Okay, is there an actual base up here? I don't know.
Understood.
Let's go kind of scout out over here.
Standing by.
Sure feels like there's a Borg base up here.
Unable to comply.
There's definitely a planet up here,
Acknowledge, Starfleet.
which I probably want to take for my
Starship
shelf.
construction commencing. Enemy engaged. Station is
There
under
is a
attack.
small little Borg base here. Okay, that doesn't seem very well defended.
Standing by.
Okay, I think you guys are slow because of these guys.
All hands to battle stations.
Yeah, you guys picked up some speed.
Understood. Alter course. Alter course. Alter course.
Can you warp around the planet? No, but you can get a little shortcut. Try.
Starship complete.
Confirmed.
And you warp there? Good. We're just gonna need some Akira-class ships now.
Station is under
Wait, where's the
attack.
Enterprise? Holy shit. You should not be there. I think we lost the Iwo Jima. That's not good. That means we gotta manually capture the one ship that we're supposed to have.
Standing by.
Colonization has begun.
Starship complete. Unable to build. Insufficient crew.
Still insufficient.
Confirmed, Starfleet.
I should not have built you guys.
Station is under attack.
Station is under attack. Everything's under attack, guys.
Standing by. Standing by. Understood.
Yeah, there's no starbase here. This isn't exactly the best defended little base that the Borg got.
Colonization was successful.
Wonderful.
Station is under attack.
It would be nice to have more dilithium, so let's try and secure some more here.
Starship construction commencing.
Get our second shipyard up.
Confirmed, Starfleet.
Initiate new attack pattern.
Bring us into weapons range.
Enemy engaged.
Acknowledge, Starfleet.
We have entered a dangerous nebula.
Alter course.
You should not enter a dangerous nebula. Whoops, whoops, whoops. We're all gonna go repair. We're all gonna go repair. There is a nexus down here.
Starship complete.
That's good to know. We are building a fleet currently.
Station complete.
We go take care of it.
Sections report. Mr. Data, set a course for the nearest repair facility.
Starship construction commencing. Starship construction commencing.
And you built two ships that went to where I don't want them to go. Or I don't need them to go, specifically.
Starship complete. Insufficient crew.
We have colonized planets, you dummy. We've actually colonized all the planets.
All sections report. Engage. Make it so.
Yeah, you're gonna be a little dumb. You're gonna stay there. I guess until we get more crew, we're gonna be a little
Starship construction
stagnant on this.
Standing by. Battle stations.
We have entered a dangerous nebula.
We can click back and forth between them. That's nice. Kind of cool. Let's go take care of that guy. Yeah, no kidding. You're unable to build.
That is a logical request.
Station construction commencing. Enemy engaged.
Acknowledge, Starfleet. Acknowledge, Starfleet.
We have a derelict vessel there that does not look like it's in good condition.
Standing by. Standing by.
We are not about to allow these Borg mining vessels.
We have entered a dangerous nebula. We are sustaining heavy damage from a nebula.
You are an idiot for going into a nebula.
Alter course.
Let's see. I'm gonna suicide you. I know it's not the Federation thing to do, but it will give us some important information.
Find the nearest shipyard.
Station complete.
Okay, so yeah, there isn't really much of a base.
Acknowledge, Starfleet.
Guys are all gonna come back up here. We're gonna start building the Kiers again.
Commencing. Starship construction commencing.
And this is the mission. I would like to know if the save works. So let's try the save. Save successful. Previous menu. Return the game. Okay, so now I guess all we gotta do is test whether the save,
Starship.
the game save loads or not. Which
Battle stations.
we'll test that after this mission, or after we fail this mission.
Starship complete. Insufficient crew.
Okay, Fleet 1.
Insufficient crew. Insufficient crew.
Insufficient crew. Insufficient crew. How confident am I in this fleet?
Complete.
We got the chain reaction pulsars.
Standing by.
Enemy engaged. Insufficient crew.
A prudent course of action.
Understood.
Let's find out how they do.
Insufficient crew. Station construction commencing.
We should be able to win.
Crew.
Yeah, he's attacking all the weak guys first for the most part.
Awaiting orders.
Now he's taking out the big, strong guys.
Complete. Insufficient crew.
We might have him.
Acknowledge, Starfleet.
We've got enough Akiras. I think we got the station.
Insufficient crew.
Standing by.
Obviously, I would like to keep as much of this fleet alive as possible, but
Standing by.
Insufficient.
man, are we not even gonna win this fight? We're nowhere close to defeating the weapons.
Standing by.
Station complete. Enemy engaged.
I'm just gonna send you guys to get repaired. We will deal with that stations
Status
soon.
report.
Insufficient crew. Starship construction commencing. Starship complete. Insufficient crew.
Prepare the docking bays. That is a logical request.
Yeah, let's try and...
Station construction
I
commencing.
hate doing this.
Starship complete. Insufficient crew.
Because I know how much I need crew.
Armed and ready.
Acknowledge, Starfleet. Changing heading. Changing heading.
This should be enough to take out the starbase down there. We will not have won the mission. Our objectives are to build a science station so I can build torpedo turrets to defend the base, and the Enterprise and the starbase must survive until my next orders. So we're kind of just sandbagging here because I know what comes after,
Stations.
and it's a very, very delicate thing
Standing by.
Enemy engaged.
that I need to kind of finesse.
Battle stations. Reroute power to weapons. Standing by. Reroute power to weapons.
Once the... yeah. Just let them bounce. They're gonna take care of this guy who's floating towards the end of the map.
Standing by.
And the starbase is done. That's what I like to see.
Battle stations.
Take out the research center there, and yeah, we got a little bit of cleanup to do. We don't have enough crew for this big science station. Well, this is kind of recruiting, but we will shortly.
Acknowledge, Starfleet.
Fire all weapons.
We've got a small little fleet to sort of survive.
Returning to base.
Starship construction commencing.
I kind of want to keep recruiting these planets. I don't think having a...
Starship complete. Insufficient crew.
I don't think having it fully crewed... Well, it kind of does give us more crew. Maybe it does. But the Borg haven't been showing up anymore, so it's kind of just waiting for us to finish doing those other minor objectives. Actually, I kind of don't think I'm going to use you guys at all. So let's decommission you guys.
commencing.
We can't make Venture classes yet. No, we can't.
Status report. All sections stand by.
Starship construction commencing.
Proceed.
We got pretty big lithium income. We've got pretty big other stuff income.
Confirmed, Starfleet.
I'm gonna have you come back home, I guess.
Acknowledged.
I think we're ready to put this down.
Request.
Starship complete.
Or not.
Insufficient crew. Construction cancelled.
Now we are.
Unable to build.
We almost are.
Confirmed, Starfleet.
Oh, shit. Let me. I don't even think I've had the YouTube chat open this whole time. Oh well. I think this might be our last mission. I don't want to go too heavy today. I want to see what the next one, the fourth one, is. I think I know which one it is, but I'm not 100% sure. Man, why do it take so long to repair? I guess I can't build repair ships yet to help you out.
Set a new course.
I would build another mining station if I thought we needed metals, but I think we're okay. I will head over torpedo turret this research facility. Surprised that Ferengi haven't showed up to take this ship yet. Because we're still in the Alpha Quadrant. In the Delta Quadrant, the Frankie do not show up to steal your derelict ships, which should come as a surprise because the Frankie are nowhere close to the Delta Quadrant. I wish it was cool, like they had Kazon that would actually show up and steal your ships instead. That'd be kind of cool. In Borg territory. A little debris from the apparent fight that was here. Bunch of different weird camera controls. But we're kind of at the stagnant point of this mission.
Starship construction commencing.
We can keep building up Akira's.
Starship construction commencing. Starship complete.
Kind of just want to build another starbase up here.
Confirmed,
Because we
Starfleet.
can.
Starship complete.
See, there's a Borg fleet that's going to come through this nebula here, kind of work its way up through the map. We really only got one shot at
complete.
our objective. It's going to be real tough. Hope, but luckily we'll be able to save.
Complete.
There we go. And I'm guessing that we've got more,
insufficient crew.
more Borg going to spawn in here eventually.
Insufficient crew. Insufficient crew.
Maybe. I'm gonna have you build a bunch more Venture-class ships.
Commencing.
You don't take a lot of crew, they'll finish nice and quick.
Starship complete. Insufficient crew.
And I want to do some more scouting. Or at least have more scouts out there. Sort of give me a vision of the map in case more Borg ships show up.
Commencing. Starship complete. Starship complete. Starship complete.
Colonize a new
Insufficient
planet.
crew.
Alter course. Begin a sensor scan.
Insufficient crew.
Bring up local star charts.
Explorers. E.
That's affirmative.
E.
Starship complete.
E.
Insufficient crew. Starship complete. Starship
E.
construction
E.
commencing. Starship
Last one.
complete.
E.
We have entered a dangerous
Got a starbase up here. Let's fill them up.
Report to station.
Let's put a sensor station here.
Insufficient crew.
We're gonna lose so many to these stupid Metreon nebulas, which we can't select anymore. I know they're Metreons because that's what they were in the first game. The radioactive nebulas. I'm done. The red ones.
Starship
The
construction
red ones are Metreons.
commencing.
And there's some latinum down here that we will never use. So we have more than enough latinum for all the technology that we can build at the moment. Which is essentially just maybe just this one. It's the only really useful one. You can maybe think of a way to use the steam runner one for the engine overloads, but it's more finesse than you really need to do. But hey, even while we are recruiting
Starship construction commencing.
a station, we're getting a pretty decent income of crew.
Starship complete.
Now I think I can build more
Starship
colony
construction
ships and like
commencing.
colonize a planet again. Does that give it more? Maybe. Let's test it out before I build two. And I think that might like boost its capacity, which its capacity will only go once it reaches the next like 1,000 mark. So I can't recruit to 1,300 right now. So you're done there. I'm gonna build another one up here with you.
Starship
Whoop.
complete. Enemy engaged.
There's some more spawned vessels. Some vessels.
Adjust heading. Fire. Full bursts.
Should probably put a starbase up here next.
armed and ready.
Let's just set you guys up here preemptively to hopefully take some guys out if they appear on the right side here. Still haven't received our secondary objective. The Enterprise and Starbase must run until you receive your next orders. Okay. I guess it gives us more time because it didn't expect us to like wait to do that mission. Okay, let's see. Can we? Yes, we can. I wonder if it gives us more
Station
of this or
construction
not.
commencing.
It definitely won't help here because the Class H planet is at its full limit. Only sparse populations, Class L's, to 3,000. Let's see, this should go up 100 each hit, right? Yes, it does.
Station
okay.
complete.
If I build another one,
Commencing. Starship construction commencing. Starship complete.
A prudent course of action.
that's not good. We kind of have a
Starship
fleet to
complete.
respond.
Starship complete.
Standing by.
Enemy engaged.
Let's freely use your abilities and we will clean up this tiny fleet that isn't even attacking.
Starship complete.
Acknowledge, Starfleet.
Starship complete.
Ready and able.
Starship complete. Station construction commencing. Starship complete.
Yeah, we are definitely getting way more
Starship
crew.
complete. Starship complete. Insufficient crew.
There's actually two
Starship
ships. What?
Complete. Insufficient.
Oh, there was two
crew.
ships. One was still, I guess, flying into the planet before he got deleted. That's so cool.
Starship complete. Insufficient crew.
Insufficient crew. We probably don't need that much bigger of a fleet.
Insufficient crew. We have entered a dangerous nebula.
Alter course.
Oh yeah, the cool thing is we can from the starbase set the default AI activity actually, so we can have all our ships be high special weapons autonomy from the start.
Insufficient crew.
Which is probably a bad idea because I feel like these chain reaction pulsars could probably take out the Nebula class that we need to recapture from the Borg. Spoiler alert, that's what we gotta do this mission.
Complete. Insufficient crew.
For some reason, it's not letting... That's not showing up. I wonder if we can speed up the game speed. It gives us an option here, but I don't know if those options have been doing anything. Okay, no, it's definitely making it run faster. Let's maybe take it down. Well, we'll take it down once things actually happen.
Starship complete. Insufficient crew. Starship complete. Insufficient crew.
Yeah, our crew goes up so fast in the higher speed.
Starship complete. Insufficient.
Once this is done recrewing, we're gonna have an insane production.
Starship complete. Insufficient crew.
Acknowledge, Starfleet.
All sections stand by.
Prepare the docking bays. That is a logical request. That is a logical request.
Put it right there instead. Do I need to build a torpedo turret, maybe?
Acknowledged.
Station construction commencing. Station construction commencing.
Maybe I do. Maybe that's the trigger that the game is, for some reason, waiting on. Although it did definitely spawn some more Borg for us to fight.
Captain, Starbase
Yes,
176
wow.
is reporting that they're picking up the encrypted signature frequency
Of the Douglas. So first we're gonna save the game. I think if we overwrite, we'll hopefully be okay. I'm gonna drop the game speed back to a little quicker than normal.
black box of one of the missing vessels, the USS Douglas, a Nebula-class ship.
Nebula-class
It is
ship.
entering the system with several unidentified targets. It is likely that it is
Unidentified, yeah,
assimilated
listen,
by the
I can
Borg.
identify them.
Starfleet has ordered us to reacquire the Douglas before it can leave the system. It could provide us with data critical in discovering where and how the Borg have been entering the quadrant.
Why the Douglas?
Status report. Standing by.
Station complete.
Status report.
Gotta be careful about this. Be ready as soon as the shields go down.
Acknowledge, Starfleet.
Actually.
Status report.
Let's send half of you here. The other half is actually one. Because I don't want to deal too much damage to it. Oop, oop. Please capture it. Please capture it.
The USS Douglas.
Alright, thank goodness.
Now discover the secrets hidden inside of it. Hopefully, this will shed some
I like the
light
barrel
on
roll
the
at the end.
situation. Mr. LaForge, as soon as the data from the captured ship is on hand, meet me in the debriefing room.
And I like the battle going on in the background too. Nice. So yeah, the next mission is this Romulan neutral zone.
Douglas log, stardate 54588.0. After recapturing the USS Douglas, we have learned of something the Borg called Technology 2702. It may be via this technology that the Borg ships are arriving from the Delta Quadrant. We are not certain of the exact location of the technology, but Starfleet believes that our current location is perfect for setting up a staging area in preparation for an attack. The nebulas nearby offer cover from long-range scanners. Unfortunately, this area of space lies very close to the Romulan neutral zone. The Romulan Empire threatens to attack any ships which wander over the border. The Enterprise was dispatched to meet my fleet here and help secure the quadrant, but I have not heard from her yet. I hope nothing has gone wrong.
Dun dun dun. Alright, but we're gonna wrap it up here before we get into this next game. What I'm going to do, I'm gonna drop a save here, in case for some reason it doesn't work, and then we're gonna try to load that last game, just to be sure that saves and loads work. They do. Wonderful. That's gonna wrap it up for us here today. We're gonna do some more. Not tomorrow. We got D&D tomorrow, but we're gonna see me back Wednesday. I think a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday schedule is probably what I'm gonna be doing consistently.